The dishonesty, deceit, and criminality of our so-called government never surprises me. It gets worse every single day. We live in a state of tyranny. We live in a state where the government feels that it can do whatever it wants. The American people have little to no rights. As the days leading up to the French Revolution and Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette said, "After me, the flood, après moi, le déluge." After me, I couldn't give a flying you-know-what about you, the people of France. And I've said this many times. We know what happened to them. They went to Place de la Concorde. Their heads were removed, chopped off. I'm not advocating that. I'm going to chop them off legally, peacefully, and legally. I represent several January 6 peaceful protesters in civil actions, and also we have lawyers for Freedom Watch that are representing them in criminal actions. We have just learned that the January 6th committee, comprised of these vile individuals on the left, Adam Schiff, Gerald Nadler, others, and then a vile individual on the so-called right, Liz Cheney, who's an absolute disgrace, deleted 100 encrypted files of what occurred on January 6th. This is material evidence which can go to clear my clients and other J-6 peaceful protesters. Deleted, removed, gone. These people should go to prison. It's obstruction of justice. Now, will that happen? No, it won't happen, because the Republicans don't have the guts and they don't control the Biden Gestapo of a Justice Department. It won't happen. And that is why Freedom Watch has its own citizens' grand juries, citizens' trials, and we try cases and we seek sentences, and we will have these people held accountable, the people of the United States, people who have a concern for the rule of law and will enforce it peacefully and legally. This is frankly unbelievable. Look, we can go through and we can look at all these primaries that today, there's the New Hampshire primary, we have the Iowa primary, in 5 weeks you'll have the South Carolina primary. They don't mean squat, nothing. We don't have a government. It doesn't matter who becomes president of the United States, the deep state controls. And the deep state is composed of people on both sides of the political aisle, people who are feathering their own nest at the expense of the American people. When President Trump was president, he couldn't even control the people around him. They stabbed him in the back repeatedly, and they continue to stab him in the back. There's nobody out there that'll stand up for right except for the American people themselves. And now is the time. We have to rise up. We have to be firm. We can't take it anymore. It's beyond the pale, quite apart from the January 6th peaceful protesters, quite apart from the compromised and corrupt judges on the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia and its appellate court, the D.C. Circuit, who basically are forcing J6 protesters to get out on their knees and make forced confessions, as if this were Iran or North Korea or Russia or Venezuela. This is the country we live in. Yeah, the stock market's going up right now. Why is that? Because they think Biden will be gone shortly, because he's destroyed the country. Doesn't matter, though, who comes into power. There is no political messiah. President Trump will not be a political messiah. And for those of you who say, let the Republicans do it, and I have people in my own family who say that, it's disgusting, it's abhorrent. We, the American people, can't sit there watching Fox News, being entertained, and think, oh, this is going to go away. If our founding fathers were alive today, they wouldn't be watching Fox News. They would have been the first ones in the Capitol on January 6th, and they wouldn't have been peaceful. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We are your real Justice Department, not the despicable Gestapo. Excuse me, I'm losing my pronunciation because I'm so angry, of the Biden so-called Justice Department. Now is the time before it's too late. We need to rise up, and we give you an alternative to do it ourselves, peacefully and legally. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Also get my book, It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America. It's my plan to save the country. And if you have any ideas, please let me know at leclayman@gmail.com or on the website. You can also communicate with us to tell us how you think we need to save this country. Until then, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. And remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. But for now, take this to heart. Our government, our so-called government, is rotten to the core.